Welcome to this video tutorial. Here we're going to design a circular view using Android Studio. You can use this for dashboard or any XML activity. I want to design the skeleton or the mock-up, whichever one. I'm going to create a big circle that has smaller circles, and the same way we're going to see it on Android Studio as a mobile app. I'm using a PowerPoint here, but a little bit old PowerPoint, just to do this. So I'm going to drop circles. Let me change the color of the circle. Then I'll duplicate it. If you want to duplicate it, you press Ctrl D. If you are using PowerPoint. So this is a circular form, a big circle that has smaller circles with another circle in the middle. So there is a text view here, or a form of title. Say this is a circular view. You can write anything there. You can say welcome to this or whatever, but this is what I'm using here. So I'm going to use a Android Studio and create an app that will look like this. And the dashboard will look like this. So let me remove all these straight guidelines or straight lines. Good. So this is what we want to create. At this stage, we are going to create a new project and choose no activity. Then name our project. Let me say a circular view or rotating view, whichever one you want to name. You can name it, then click on finish. Then wait for the project to update all the necessary plugins before you proceed. is done updating and building the necessary plugins. So we'll click on this app, then click on Java. Let's create activity. I'll select empty activity. There's empty views activity. I'm going to leave the name the same way. The essence of selecting empty activity to make sure that it comes with XML as well. Wait for the Gradle to configure the project. So now before we start designing those circles, let's create some colors. I'm going to create some color inside the colors.xml. I'm going to make it unique, so the name should be color 1, color 2, and so on. Make sure you add hash here before you add the color hex code. Programming is a nice thing once you know what you're doing. We'll copy it and paste it again. Then we'll now change this one to color 2. You can use here and change the color or add code, whichever one. So let's copy the two colors and then duplicate it. So there are 4 of them now. We change this to color 3 and the other one to color 4. We'll change the hex code to suit our need. I change it to what you like, the color you want. It's just for education purposes. Then when you want to design it for real application which you are going to upload on Play Store, any step you take, you have to be careful and know what you are doing. But you still have an option after designing, can update it. So let's copy this 4 and also paste it on the do the same thing we did earlier on, change the hex code. If you keep on changing the numbers, the color will start changing as well. As you change the number, the color changes also. Let's create the last one. So this is from 1 to 9. So the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to create the XML background, because if we're going to use direct color, it will not give us the shape we need. We need a circular shape, so that's what we're going to create now using our color. So I call it color 1 round. So here I'm going to add item, then inside item I add my shape, then in between my opening shape I have Android shape, which is oval. I'll choose oval, and then the next thing is the color, and the color will be solid. Say solid, then we'll close it. Then inside the solid we have Android color, then add color, then slash color 1. Yeah, this is it. What I'll do now, I'll copy it and paste it on other ones I'm going to create to make the work easier. Once I paste, I'll change the color to suit the number of the color. So this is color 2 rounds. I'll change this color to color 2. I'll do the same thing on 3 and so on. Then 4, paste and change this to 4. Then the last one, which is a 9. So let's recreate it again in case you didn't get how I created the first one. So let's create it again. Instead of copy and paste, the file name is color 9 round. So from here now, go to the end, go gradually, then press enter, then create item, Then inside that we have our shape. Then we'll close the shape. Then the Android shape, and the shape is oval. Then under here, that is inside in between the two, open our closing tab of shape, we'll have our solid. We'll close the solid, then we'll have Android color. Then at color slash color 9. Cool. So I've done creating our circular background from 1 to 9. So the next thing we're going to do now, we design our dashboard, starting with a linear layout. Linear layout. So the first one is vertical. Let's choose a background. Here I'm using purple 200. Purple 200 is a side color. So create another layout. Then the orientation of this is also vertical. Then we introduce our text view. Put our width and our height. Then the text. Remember we have text here, so we're going to copy this. We'll go back to it and then paste it here. That will be our text. Then the color of the text, you can choose any color you like. I want red. Then the text size, can choose 30. I think that is okay. 30 SP. Then the text style, bold. And text alignment, center. So the text is now on center. So I'm done with that. So the next thing is to start the real business. So we're going to create a layout first. We'll put the width and the height. We have match parent, height, wrap content. Orientation here is also vertical. Make sure you close it very well. It's important. Otherwise, we'll have a problem. So we'll create another layout. Add our width and our height. Orientation here should be horizontal. Then we'll close it. make sure the layout is closed there very well with the opening and the closing tag. So here let's add margin top, choose 32 dp. So let's remove this background color to make it more bright. Then we'll add another margin top here on the second layout, make it 50. Let's add another layout. The width here is 0 dp. The height is match parent. Then layout width should be 1 divided by 3, that is 0.333, because each layout contains 3 different circles, 3 circles. Yeah, the horizontal layout contains 3 circles. Now we're going to add the constraint layout. The width and height is wrap content. The layout gravity is center. Then let's close it at the closing tag. Then before the closing tag, we're going to add an image view. Here we'll specify the width and the height also as 70 dp each. So let's add ID, and this should be image 1. Then we'll add the constraint. Before the constraint, let's add the background, which is the color XML we created earlier on. Then we can now add the constraint. Top of top is parent, end of end, start of start is parent, end of end is parent, and bottom of bottom is parent. Remember, this is inside the constraint layout. So you may even ignore this and still achieve what you want to achieve. So under the closing tag of constraint layout, we're going to add a text view here. Add text view. You have wrap and also wrap content. We have the text. I'll say view 1. Then text size, say 30 SP. Then text style should be bold. Remember, you can see out the text font. If you don't know how to do that, check. So text color, I use red. Before we close the text view, let's add text alignment, which is center. Then we'll close it. So let's check. There's something here. This is supposed to be orientation here, which we're missing. Without orientation, that text will align to where it's supposed to be, and that is it. Yeah. So let's check why this is not straight. Let me use a match parent on the text view. Good, and it's not straight. So we're going to copy this. We'll close it here, then copy it from here. When you copy it, then you paste it here. Then you paste another one. And you can see, have 3 views, 3 equal views. So let's change the image numbers and also the text. This should be 2. That means the first one is supposed to be view 1. And let me reduce the text size also. It should be view 1. And then reduce the text size to 24 SP. And do the same thing on the third one. Reduce the text size as well. It's looking more interesting now. So I'll close from here now. Good. Then I'll copy it and paste it under. I'm going to have another row. You can see it just like that. You can see So I now have complete number of a circle that I need. What I'll do now is to change the text name, the image ID, and the so. So let's work on the color now. It seems there's another one bearing the same name here. So let's check it. This is image 8. There is another one is image 8 as well. Okay, can you see this? It should be a 3. Yeah, this should be 9, not 8. All is good. So let's change the colors to what we created earlier on. Can see the magic. Do it to all of them. Seems 6 and 7 is the same thing also. So let's look at our colors again. So on view 1, I'm adding margin top 50 dp. Then I will do the same thing to view 3. Now layout 3, add the margin top as well, 50 dp. You can see them. Then funny enough, the view 8, I'll also add the margin top, not margin bottom. Margin top 50, and you can see the magic. You can see our magic here. So the next thing now, we'll work on view 4 and also view 6 to make it a perfect circle. This is view 4. We're also going to add a margin, but this time around we'll add a margin end. Margin end, we'll make it you do some try and error here. If you like the way it look, you will leave it there, but I think I'm going to use a 50 as well. I'll work on view 6. And then we add the margin start. Remember, view 4 carries margin end, so this is going to carry margin start. You can see it. So I've ended up creating a circle using our views in Android Studio. So let me use 50. Then if this 50, 4 should also be 50 to balance it. There is 50 as well, and you can see I've succeeded in creating a circle.